House have a comment on this social media profile that has emerged of Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene? And is there a response to whether any disciplinary action should be taken against her, given everything that's come out?
We don't. And I'm not going to speak further about her, I think, in this briefing room.
So, pretty clear signal from the White House. It has no interest in pulling the pin out of that grenade, the extremist claims made by the freshman QAnon Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. She was rewarded by Kevin McCarthy just today with a seat on the House Education Committee. Notable after she called mass school shootings false flags. Still with us, watching with amazement, Tim Miller, Michael Steele. Michael, you were the first to invoke her name before the break. Axios reported the following about Kevin Profile Encourage McCarthy. Talking about Congresswoman QAnon, he says these comments are deeply disturbing, and Leader McCarthy plans to have a conversation with the Congresswoman about them. He has not switched to speaking in third person. That was a spokesperson. By the way, that photo of her, she wore that mask on the floor of the House, says Trump won. Here's the question, Chairman Steele. How did the party of Margaret Chase Smith allow itself to be at all associated with a woman who contends there is no evidence that a plane crashed into the Pentagon on 9/11?
It's, they stopped caring about the things that mattered. They stopped caring about the very value set that defined the party since 1854, that gave us the giants of Lincoln and Frederick Douglass and Eisenhower and Reagan. And so the reality is this is where we are. The only conversation Kevin McCarthy should be having with Congresswoman Taylor Greene is you have two choices. You can resign or we can unseat you. And that's it. That's the only conversation he needs to have. But after 4 years of Trump, why would we expect that conversation to take place? No, you go out and you threaten the life of sitting members of Congress. Yes, as a private citizen, but you are now in the United States Congress because you were elected there. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, we do, because that's what Republicans wanted. But now that you're there, and we know all of this, and there's going to be more revelations because folks like that have a video trail. So I'll just start digging it up, right? You get rewarded with a seat in the United States Congress on the very committee where you talked about, the shootings in our schools are false flags. So we'll put you on the Education Committee. Yeah, that's a good thing to do. So here we are. This is the 21st century Republican Party. So Margaret Chase Smith is probably sitting there going, damn, that's messed up, as are a lot of Republicans. And we're trying to figure out a way forward. But with each day, it gets harder and harder by the actions and the words and the deeds of the men and women like McCarthy and Taylor Greene.
Tim, in 60 seconds, is this the modern day new low for the Republican Party?
There have been so many lows, Brian, but I really, these last 2 weeks have shocked me. And I just don't want to understate it. It's shocked me. I mean, to think that there will only be 5 at the maximum numbers of the U.S. Senate that think that the president should be held to account for that insurrection that caused the deaths, for trying to steal this election. It is unconscionable. And to think that woman, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who harangued a victim of a school shooting, David Hogg, whose classmates were assassinated weeks before, she shouted him down on the street, called him Little Hitler. You wouldn't invite this woman into your own house. Forget the House of Representatives. So I can't believe, and I can believe it, but it is very disheartening that nobody in these last 2 weeks seems to have learned anything from the last 5 years.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.